Close your eyes and imagine a grand mansion by the sea. Tall gates, endless gardens, the sound of waves crashing in the distance, and corridors filled with whispers of the past. This is Manderley, one of the most famous houses in English literature. The story of Rebecca is not only about love, it is also about fear, memory, and the shadows that people leave behind. It begins with an innocent girl, leads us into a world of wealth and mystery, and finally uncovers a shocking truth hidden. Beneath silence, let us now walk slowly through the haunting world of Rebecca, the beginning a chance. Meeting our story begins in Monte Carlo, a glamorous town by the sea. A young, shy girl, whose name we never learn, works as a paid companion to a wealthy and rude lady, Mrs. Van Hopper. The young girl is simple, gentle, and insecure. She dreams of a better life, but feels trapped in her dull position. Then fate brings Maxim de Winter into her life. Maxim is a rich English gentleman, owner of the great estate Manderley. He is older, handsome, but carries sadness in his eyes. Rumors whisper that he lost his wife, Rebecca, in a terrible accident at sea. One morning, the young girl meets Maxim by chance at breakfast. Slowly, they begin to spend time together, driving, walking, and talking. She finds herself falling in love with him, though she cannot imagine why such a rich man would notice her. To her surprise, Maxim proposes marriage. His words are direct. "I hate being alone at Manderley. I need a companion, someone with me. Will you marry me?" She says yes, and her world changes overnight. Arrival at Manderley. When the new Mrs. de Winter arrives at Manderley, she is stunned. The mansion is enormous, surrounded by woods, gardens, and the sea. But it feels heavy, almost alive, as though it carries the weight of the past. She is greeted by the staff, but one face stands out, Mrs. Danvers, the housekeeper. Mrs. Danvers is cold, tall, and terrifyingly loyal to the late Rebecca. She makes it clear with every word and glance that no one can replace her beloved mistress. The new Mrs. de Winter feels lost. She does not know how to host dinners, how to run a house of such size, or how to deal with aristocrats who constantly compare her to Rebecca. Maxim seems kind, but distant. He avoids talking about Rebecca. He often walks alone, staring at the sea, trapped in his own thoughts. The shadow of Rebecca, though, Rebecca is dead. Her presence fills Manderley. Her initials are DWR on handkerchiefs, notebooks, and letters. Her clothes remain in wardrobes, her perfume lingers in the air, and her handwriting is everywhere. Mrs. Danvers shows her Rebecca's bedroom kept exactly as it was, with her dresses laid out, her shoes polished, her brushes on the table. The young bride feels like an intruder in a house that does not belong to her. The people who knew Rebecca speak of her as if she were perfect, beautiful, charming, brilliant. Compared to her, the new Mrs. de Winter feels clumsy, childish, and invisible. The costume ball to bring some life back into the house. A grand costume ball is planned. The new Mrs. de Winter is nervous but wants to make. Maxim proud Mrs. Danvers suggests a costume based on a portrait in the gallery, a woman in a stunning white dress. Excited, she wears the same outfit to the ball. But when she appears, Maxim turns pale with fury. Guests whisper and Maxim angrily orders her to change. Later, she learns the truth. Rebecca had worn the exact same costume at the last ball. This cruel trick is the work of Mrs. Danvers, who smiles coldly as the young bride collapses in tears. Mrs. Danvers' cruelty in her darkest moment. The new Mrs. de Winter wanders into Rebecca's room again. Mrs. Danvers is there, whispering about Rebecca's beauty, her power, her grace. Then she turns cold and says, "Why don't you jump out of the window? You will never be Rebecca. You are nothing here." The girl almost loses herself. But at that very moment, a gunshot is heard outside. A ship has crashed on the rocks near Manderley. The secret of Rebecca divers discover a sunken boat at the bottom of the sea. Inside is a body, the real Rebecca. The truth shocks everyone. Years ago, Maxim had identified another body as Rebecca. But now the lie is exposed. Finally, Maxim confesses everything to his wife. He tells her that Rebecca was not the perfect angel everyone thought. She was cruel, manipulative, and unfaithful. She mocked him, betrayed him, and tried to destroy him. On the night she died, she told Maxim she might be pregnant with another man's child. In a rage, he confronted her, and during their fight, she fell and died. To protect himself, Maxim placed her body in her boat and sank it. For the first time, the new Mrs. De Winter feels relief. Rebecca had never been loved by Maxim. He truly loves her, his new wife. The fear in her heart fades, replaced by loyalty and strength. The inquest, the discovery of Rebecca's body, leads to an investigation. Many people suspect foul play. Questions are asked. Was it murder? Was it suicide? Rebecca's cousin, Jack Favel, accuses Maxim, claiming Rebecca told him everything. But evidence is needed. The doctor who saw Rebecca last is questioned. At first, suspicion grows, but the truth finally emerges. Rebecca had a secret illness. She was suffering from cancer and only had months to live. It now appears that Rebecca provoked Maxim on purpose, driving him to kill her, ensuring that her death would ruin him. The case is closed. Maxim is safe. The fall of Manderley. Maxim and his wife leave the court and return to Manderley, hoping for peace at last. But as they approach, a terrible sight awaits them. In the distance, the night sky glows red. Flames rise into the air. Manderley is on fire. They rush forward, but it is too late. The grand estate, full of history, beauty, and Rebecca's lingering presence, is burning to the ground. It is strongly suggested that Mrs. Danvers, mad with grief and obsession, set the fire. The new Mrs. De Winter clings to Maxim as they watch their past life turn to ashes, and so the story of Rebecca ends not with triumph. Yet in that destruction lies freedom. Manderley, the house haunted by Rebecca's ghost, is gone. The fire burns away the lies, the memories, and the shadows. Maxim and his wife are left with nothing but each other. Yet, for the first time, that is enough. This story teaches us that appearances can deceive. Rebecca seemed perfect, but was filled with darkness. The new Mrs. De Winter seemed weak, but found true strength in love and honesty. In the end, it is not the grand mansion or social status that matters, but the bond between two people who trust each other. The tale of Rebecca remains one of the most haunting romances ever told, reminding us that sometimes the greatest battles are not with ghosts of the dead, but with the fears inside our own hearts. Thanks for watching. If you really like the story, please do like, share, subscribe, comment. On my channel, World Stories. See you the next video.